Very funny. This sounds funny, but it's not it's not a funny situation at all. Like, how can a full-grown woman, a full-grown single lady, explain that she is pregnant without a man in her life? She has never been with any man for a very long time. How come she is pregnant? The men of God. This lady was supposed to go for a vigil in her church. And she discovered she was not feeling fine that afternoon and went to the hospital to see the doctor. And they admitted her there before they could complete her treatment. She went back, instead of her to go back home after the treatment from the hospital, she carried her legs and went back to the church premises. On getting there, she discovered that the prayer session was over already. Oh yeah, now they go house, madam. She still went to meet the pastor to give her vigil blessings, to pray for her. And the pastor invited her to come into the church, like into his office for prayers. And she followed the pastor to the office for prayers. On getting there, she can't explain what happened. The only thing she could remember was the pastor brought out some sort of oil. What did he use the oil for? She don't know. How did he use the oil? She don't know. She only saw herself next when she woke up from sleep. She woke up lying on the floor in the pastor's office. And the pastor was looking all ignorant of whatever that has transpired between the both of them. And she carried herself because she found herself without clothes in the office there. So she picked up her clothes and left, only to discover weeks later that she is now pregnant. She has not been with any man. She doesn't even have a boyfriend as she speaks. How come she's pregnant? Like, how come? Can she say it's the pastor? Does she have a proof? She don't have a proof of what the pastor did to her or how the pastor got her pregnant. Even if she claims it's the pastor, how is she going to present this news? Because this man is a big, well-known man of God in their area, in their place. How will he handle it? Is he going to accept or deny this breaking news? Will he accept the baby because he's married and he has his wife and children? Will the wife accept this? Like, how is the church going to treat this? Some people are suggesting she should go and broadcast it to the church people and tell the people what the pastor has done to her so they would know the kind of that the GO they have. But it's not going to be an easy one. What if the man is going to accept it? What if he refuses to accept? What if he denies? Will the church people accept and believe her story? How is she going to handle this? Should she just keep silent and respect herself and keep the pregnancy and deal with it all alone? You see all this in the all this in the men of God. I know there are very powerful men of God out there. Please don't misunderstand me. There are very true, powerful men of God. But the problem is there are so many fakes. The fake ones are not allowing us to know the difference between the good from the bad ones. There are so many fake. Like, you can't even tell what these people do behind closed doors. You can't just believe them so much like that. You can't trust them. How can you go into the pastor's office for prayers only to see yourself lying naked on the floor? How can you just explain that? How believable does that sound? But it happened. So if you're a lady out there, you just please be careful. Please be very, very careful. I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm not saying your pastor is not good or he's not a true man of God, but just be very careful. You can't be 100% sure. Just be careful out there and trade with caution. But in Holland, the men of God are it's only God that knows who is who. But while you are going close to anyone, please trade with precaution. Just be very careful out there. Be very